there, welcome to epicspeak, where I help you engage in better English conversations. When was the last time you visited someone's place or someone visited your place? Meeting with friends and relatives, whether you're hosting or visiting, is very common in our lives, isn't it? So in today's lesson, I'm going to teach you some useful phrases and expressions that you can use in these situations. I've said in so many of my other videos before that learning whole phrases in context helps you use them immediately, thereby helping you gain fluency and confidence over time. In this lesson, we are going to cover 3 sections. Expressions to use while welcoming people into your homes or greeting them, since hosting people usually includes feeding them, some expressions for the dining table, and then finally, some parting phrases. Before you welcome people into your homes, you should first invite them. When you invite people to a party or a dinner, you can do it formally and informally. If you're doing it informally, you can use expressions like,
"Why don't you drop by sometime, huh?"
"Why don't you drop by?" So you just tell them the date and the time. You can say,
"I'm throwing a party, and I would love it if you could both be there."
So the words that you have to use are throwing a party, not I'm giving a party, but I'm throwing a party or I'm hosting a party. So just tell them the day and the time, and then you can use expressions like, "Why don't you drop by?" or "Why don't you join us?" If it's a very informal setting, if you're talking to close friends or people that you know really well, these work really well. "Why don't you drop by?" or "Why don't you join us?" It's a very casual invitation. For more formal scenarios, you can use sentences or expressions like,
"I'm hosting a party I would very much like you to attend.
I'd like to invite you to the state dinner next week.
"I wanted to invite you. I was wondering if you'd like to come. I was hoping you could make it. We would love to have you there." Well, now that the invitations are done, you need to welcome people when they arrive at your place. You can start by greeting them. You can say, "Hey, come on in," or "Hi, come on in." And then you can say something like, "I'm glad you could make it," or "Nice to see you." You can compliment them on their appearance and say, "You look wonderful," or "You look nice." You can ask them questions about their journey like, "How was your journey?" or "Did you have any trouble finding this place?" if they're coming to your place for the first time. If it's a formal party, you can say, "It's a pleasure to have you here." So when you say, "I'm glad you could make it means to manage something. If you could make it, you managed to do it. Now, as guests, when you go to somebody's place and people invite you, you can respond by saying, "Thank you." And you can compliment their home. You can say, "You've got a lovely house," or "Your living room is very beautiful." If they have paintings or works of art on display, you can comment on them.
You have a lovely home.
So you've got a nice place.
You know, you got a pretty nice view here.
Make yourself comfortable. Make yourself at home. These are magic phrases that every host should know. Once you invite people into your home, say,
"Make yourself at home."
Make yourself comfortable.
When you say "make yourself at home," you're asking your guests to be free, to be comfortable as they would in their own home. These are expressions to put your guests at ease. When you offer refreshments or drinks to your guests, you can say,
"Would you like a drink?"
On. Can I get you a drink? No, I don't.
"How do you like your coffee?"
You want some cookies?
"Would you like a drink?" or "Can I get you something to drink?" or "How do you take your coffee? 1 or 2 sugars?" You can also use the phrase "help yourself." So if everything is set on the table, then you can say, "Please help yourself." When you say this, you're inviting the guests to partake of, to take whatever is served on the table, whether it is cookies or drinks or whatever.
"Sit down, please. Welcome. Help yourself."
Wow, this all looks so delicious.
"Oh, please, help yourself to anything."
"Can I get you anything? Coffee, tea, sugar, water?" So these are expressions that you can use when you'd like to offer drinks or food. to your guests. And while they are actually having something, you can also say, please have some more. Now, if you're serving a whole meal, then there are some expressions that you could use. When the table is set, everything is ready, then you can call your guests to come to the table to actually have food. You can say, dinner is served, or you can say, lunch is served. It's telling them to come to the table and start having food. Now, once everybody is seated, once everybody is around the table, you can say, let's dig in. Let's dig in means to start eating food, right? So let's dig in means let's start eating.
Let's dig in.
Let's dig in.
If your guests compliment you on your dishes and they say, this pie is amazing, or this pasta is delicious, you want to say, have some more. So instead of saying, have some more, you can say, there's more where that came from. There's more where that came from. So when you say this, you're encouraging them to have some more. When people invite you for a party, it's common courtesy to ask them if they would like you to bring something. Usually, people say, do you want us to bring something? Or can I bring something? The standard response for this is, if you don't want them to bring anything, you can say, no, just bring yourself, or just your lovely selves. Just bring yourself, or just your lovely selves. So when the party is over, the dinner is over, and it's time for you to part ways, if you're a guest, then you should thank your host for your hospitality. Before leaving, you can say, thank you for having us. Everything was so lovely. And the host can say, we're so glad you could come. If you know their family members, you can also say, give my best to your parents, or give my best to your father. If you know their parents or father, this is a way of sending regards. You can say, give my best to your father, give my best to your parents. You can also say, we had so much fun. Come back again. We hope to see you soon. Or informally, you can say, that was fun. We should do it again. So the next time you visit someone, I hope you use some of these expressions. Let me know in the comment section below which ones you found very interesting and useful. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you soon in my next one. Bye.